So good morning, everyone. I'm Matthew Maddox with Global Data Services. We are an ERP solution provider. Um, I'm the president of Global Data Services, and we support clients with their ERP systems and everything that integrates into it and any add-on applications that they might add. We happen to be experts not only in technology, but also in business processes. So we're able to marry the business processes with the technologies. I used to work for an organization, Retail Technology Group, where we supported over 50,000 fast food service and retailers in North America, making sure that their technology was working so that they could continue to bring up clients and to support those clients in any way they needed to. I also have a background. I used to work for a university, so everything I do is based on enterprise thinking. We had over 100 campuses, and I was responsible for developing systems back then and implementing systems and making sure the university could support their online education efforts. A little bit about Global Data Services. We are headquartered in St. Louis, Missouri. We have 50 plus US-based developers. We also have a near-shore operation in Costa Rica, where we have English and Spanish speaking capabilities. We do consider ourselves cloud-based technology experts. We've touched just about every cloud-based technology there is out there. We do focus in on field service related usually. We do help clients with warehouse and distribution and some online retailers. Obviously, we have all the technology errors and omission liability coverage required to protect our customers and our own interests in the business. We have many strategic partnerships. We have clients spread out in North America, South America, as well as in the UK and in China. Again, we offer ERP services in the ERP consulting space, where we help clients choose the right ERP system, whether that be QuickBooks. We generally don't support QuickBooks, but we do have apps that bolt onto QuickBooks that enable small businesses to continue to grow and prosper and to compete with those larger organizations by having the technology that they need. We offer custom development services where we can write applications. We have some of our own custom applications that marry up with and support organizations' ERP efforts. We also provide a lot of clients with integrations that I'll talk about later. And we implement ERP systems where we help organizations migrate their data from their old system to the new and to help them to continue to scale. And we also provide support services for ERP systems so that we can be like a virtual administrator and available when clients need us. And we do that on a monthly basis and quarterly and yearly basis for our clients. We have several technology partners. We're an alliance partner with Oracle NetSuite. We have a Microsoft partnership on the Dynamics side. We're currently working on the largest implementation of Microsoft Dynamics in South America with over 1,900 users being implemented at the moment for a client of ours. We have a partnership with ADP, a partnership with several other organizations, SAP as well. We help support SAP Business One and SAP FICO out of our Costa Rica office. Again, we do lots of scripting customizations. One of our big mantras around here is how do we automate mundane processes so that we can eliminate the need for employees to continue to waste their time with processes that can be automated with technology so that everyone can stay competitive in today's market. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about technology-enabled field service organizations. I happen to have used to work for one. Again, we supported over 50,000 restaurant locations and retail locations around North America. And we had to do that within 4 hours. So we had to have a technician arrive on site within 4 hours and have a resolution within 6 hours of a call being put in. And these calls came in through automations, through help desk for large companies, large food service providers with thousands of locations. Their help desk would enter a ticket that would flow right into our ERP system. And then our technicians would actually grab that ticket on their cell phones using an application that we wrote. So today I'm going to talk about that. And I'm also going to talk about how do you support thousands of locations and not have to have so many W-2s on staff, right? So that you can support every major city or wherever you're at. So we use gig workers via an online cloud system, and there's several out there today that support labor clouds. And then I want to discuss 24/7 by 365 communication and not missing out on sales opportunities where someone might come to your website and they want to talk to you today. As we know, executives are busier and busier and wearing many hats these days, so they need to be able to reach out to someone while they're thinking about it and why they have the time. So talking about the integrations that we've done for clients, your ERP system sometimes has a built-in CRM so that you can manage your customer relationships. But sometimes the ERP system doesn't have the right tools that you need, and you need to bolt something on. You might bolt a Salesforce on or some other CRM. So we're experts in all the integrations and making sure that all the transactions flow back and forth so that at the end of the day, you have all of your financial data in one centralized system. From an IT service management standpoint, you might need to bolt on something like BMC Remedy or ServiceNow or some other platform to help you to manage help desk tickets or service tickets. Or maybe you just need to tie into your customer's help desk. We're able to help with that as well. From a field and delivery management, your technicians in the field or your remote workers or your remote sales staff needs to be able to have a quick way that they can look up information as well as record any information into your system right from their cell phone, a tablet, or a laptop while they're working remotely. And they also need capabilities to work in offline mode because we might find ourselves somewhere without a wireless connection. And then that information needs to be able to flow back to the cloud, back into your centralized ERP system so that you can access that data later. From a call center situation, you need to be able to take calls, right, and record those calls and know who you've spoken with, and then record resolution and track those calls all the way through. So you need to make sure you have a good call center solution. There's several out there that we're all familiar with: 8x8, Ring Central, Nice and Contact. So all of those, and almost every modern phone system today is going to have some kind of API or some way that you can connect that over to your ERP system. So we've done that for several clients, again, getting all that data into one place. From an online content management system, today people want proof that you've delivered a product. Everyone gets an Amazon package delivered to their home these days, and the Amazon driver takes a picture before he leaves your house and uploads that to Amazon system. Our clients need that same thing. They deliver products on site. For instance, we have clients that deliver products to construction workers, and they need to get those products to the job site, and they deliver them, and then they need proof that they delivered them to get paid. So they snap a quick picture, and that gets uploaded into their ERP system, and automation sends the bill to the client once the product's been delivered. From a logistics management standpoint, if you're sending someone remotely, either they're driving there or they're flying to a location, you want to make sure that the parts are on site or the equipment's on site that they need prior to them getting there. So what we've done is we've integrated all the major logistics carriers into the ERP system, from FedEx, UPS, DHL, you name it. They're all integrated, and you know if the parts or the equipment's on site before your worker gets there, so that you don't waste your time or your money sending someone there to work on something when the product's not available. There are also a lot of add-on field service applications, and the one that we created is called OnSite, and it can be used not only for field service, but also for product delivery. The application easily allows you to create a work order schedule, and your technician has the information right in their hand to know where they need to be, when they need to be there. You can see the status, you can quickly create new orders, and the customer can even monitor all of this information through a customer portal through your ERP system, and all the data is flowing back and forth. You can have workflow wallboards throughout your organization to ensure that products ship on time or to ensure that a product gets repaired on time, and you can follow this all the way through the entire manufacturing process and everything, just using automation and technology to ensure that your customer satisfaction continues to increase and that you're staying ahead of the game. And you're also enabling yourself to be able to access all of this data in real time and connect to the Internet of Things, and to just be able to do preventative maintenance, right? To know, hey, we've worked on this terminal several times, or we've worked on this piece of equipment several times. Maybe it's time to recommend that we change this out. Or maybe an HVAC technician gets on site to do preventative maintenance and they notice that someone's blower needs replaced in their air conditioner, they can quickly do a price quote right on their phone using a CPQ, configure price quote application, and quickly get a quote to the client and maybe even get it approved before they leave the site. Again, you get access to real-time information and a map interface so that you can see exactly where your calls are and make sure that you have technicians in place. And you can go back historically and look at this data and plan where you might want to hire a W-2 in a market. But there are also times when you don't need W-2s in those markets, or you don't want to have a full-time staff member in place. So what you can utilize is gig workers in the cloud. So there are several platforms out there that create a labor cloud. It's thousands of workers, and these professionals actually log into the system. They create their own online profile, declare that they're independent contractors, and the platforms actually handle all of the compliance. They make sure that these individuals have the appropriate insurance, credentials, and they can even vet them out. They have different services where they can interview them before they even join their platform. So then you can have an integration from your ERP system that sends a work order out to one of the platforms through automation, and you never even leave your ERP system. And then this worker, the 1099 gig workers can grab the work order within a certain period of time. If they haven't done it within 2 hours, you can have a dispatcher or someone assigned, and they can make sure that someone gets assigned to that work order if it's not automatically grabbed. But there are algorithms out there within these labor cloud systems that push these out to the right workers, and you can rate the workers based on calls that they've completed for you in the past, and get customer surveys back and make sure that you're sending a quality worker. But one of the great things about all of this is you're centralizing and tracking your workers all in one place to make sure that they're not considered a W-2 according to the IRS, because there were thousands of lawsuits for several 500, even Fortune 500 titans were hit with these lawsuits because they were using contractors, but they were managing their schedules and paying them directly. These online platforms allow you to pay the platform for the worker, and then it completely separates you from that relationship with the worker, and they're choosing which work orders they want to go to, so they're managing their own schedule. So it takes all of that out of play and gives you audit trails. And it also enables organizations to make sure that one of their internal project managers or dispatchers isn't just giving all your work to a friend, right? Because you have all the audit trails within these systems. So it's really handy, and it also enables gig workers to quickly get all their information out there through these online profiles so that they can let people know their skill set, which is really handy these days. A lot of people are using like virtual CFOs and virtual CIOs. They handle a lot of the functions that they used to have in-house. And through these gig worker platforms, organizations are able to stay compliant and track everything in one place. And also, you're not having to track down, did I pay all these 1099 workers? And one of the big benefits to the gig worker, some of these larger organizations have 120 days before they actually pay. If you're the vendor that's supplying that service, you might have to wait 120 days for your payment, but your worker would get paid right away because these platforms allow the workers to accept the pay now, and they only charge 2 to 3%, which is pretty reasonable to not have to wait 120 days if you're an independent contractor. So that can be appealing to your independent contractors as well. One of the other technology solutions that we're seeing deployed a lot today is, we were discussing it earlier today on the call, a lot of people don't want to have human interaction anymore. They'd rather chat with someone online or send them a text message. We've partnered with a local organization that answers our calls 24/7, and we're deploying a new technology where they can use our main phone number here at the office, and you can actually send a text message, and then the 24/7 call center actually replies to those individuals, and it's all US based, and it's very reasonably priced, and it keeps us from missing out on sales calls. So today they answer our phone 24/7. Someone picks up the phone and talks to someone, and they can have a script, or they can just take a message and have someone get back to them, or they can actually transfer that call live, and you have complete control over a menu. So it sounds like they're calling your corporation. You can have your own voice greeting, your own menu. For sales, press 1. For customer service, press 2. For help desk, press 3, whatever you'd like. And they can even give you a toll-free phone number. So that's been really useful. And we've been seeing some of our clients deploy that, especially on the small business size. We deal with clients all the way from startup all the way to a couple $1 billion a year in revenue. So we're not really limited, and we've just divided everything up. But I don't know if anyone has any questions today. I know I went through that kind of quickly.
Anybody got any questions? Hello.
I was just going to ask, Matthew, where do you spend most of your time as a company? What ERM systems?
So we started out as an alliance partner for Oracle NetSuite. So we spent a lot of time with NetSuite clients, and we still have a pretty large client base. One of the main things that we find ourselves doing is we implement NetSuite from the beginning for a lot of startup organizations, but there are a lot of established NetSuite clients, and we help them optimize their system, and we help them through mergers and acquisitions so that they can migrate data from existing systems when they do a merger or acquisition, or to actually integrate the systems together. And we do complete integration so that the data flows back and forth. If they have a proprietary system that they can't get rid of because it's been designed for a certain business function, then we have to keep that in place. But we want all the financial data in one centralized system at the end of the day. So we help a lot of organizations with that. And what we find a lot of times in today's world, everyone's developing technology to run their business and kind of put everything together. So a lot of businesses are operating under one name, but really that one name business has all these subsidiaries behind it. So the financial transactions have to flow through the one name and then get distributed back to the subsidiaries based on the states that they're in. So that keeps us pretty busy with integrations and all that customization from an invoicing standpoint and from intercompany transactions. I don't know if that's something that others have seen too.
Well, thank you, Matthew.